Hello guys, my name is Kim and welcome to the first episode of 4 Dummies, featuring IS-3, the noob's favorite. I just insulted the players of the most popular tank in World of Tanks and quote-unquote stole the intro of one of the most popular League of Legends YouTubers, possibly angering another 800,000 people. I like the sound of that. The IS-3 is infamous and hated for one thing, and that is its armor. Thread armor to be more precise, because this thing won't give a damn about how high your penetration is, and will simply bounce your shells thanks to its unique design of a bowl of shit. Delicious. And no, I'm not making that up. Seriously, the only place where you can penetrate this thing frontally is this little plate on top of it. Now if you think that Russians are down for leaving such a huge weak spot exposed to the enemy, you're greatly mistaken, because it has a practical use. You know how the commanders has got the skills that a normal human shouldn't have? Well, the thing is that they are not humans, and Russian hackers actually know that shit. And as well, they know that they need to communicate with the stars in order to know whether or not their tank has been spotted. So this thin plate isn't a pointless weak spot. No, it is a window that maximizes commanders' skills. Just kidding. Just shoot the shit out of this plate. Alright, we get it, the thread armor of IS-3 is powerful and all, and we should never shoot at it. But that means that its whole armor is weak, no? You know, the same way that's on the T-29. Well, sadly, the underage of 18 mother of the IS-3 thought it would be a good idea to get fucked by a goddamn parrot. Yes, Budgie is a parrot. And so the IS-3 was born with this beak on the front plate. Wait, beak? You know how the majority of the tanks is powerful frontal armor and kinda decent side armor, no? So when something can penetrate their frontal plate, they can just angle a little bit to the side and it won't penetrate anymore. Well, during the Cold War era, the Russians were so advanced in hacking that they could hack into the future of Belarusia and could predict that there are gonna be fucking idiots playing this game that won't be capable of pressing a single button for about a second so they won't get fucking killed. To prevent that from actually happening in a war, they decided to already pre-angle the armor. This worked twice as effectively as Amerykańskie Szpiony still tried to angle the tank, by which they only decreased the actual armor of the tank and ended up getting killed, saving the space and gulags. But how do you want to pin it then? Well, not on the driver's hatch, cause that thing is 60mm thick and angled at auto ricochet angle. So unless you are driving a dirt with a gun of the size of horses, you don't wanna shoot at it. But what if I'll see him flipping the bird at me? No, you just don't want to shoot there, alright. But what if? No. And if I'll see him holding the free gold coal? No. Yes, you can, but that's the only option. Now give me the code, I'm on a new account. Either way, that means that there's only one place left where you can penetrate this thing frontally, and that is the lower plate. Just kidding. Russians be good in show business, and they know that there are a lot of nasty paparazzi spying on their cold girls. So they decided to protect their underskirt areas with chastity belts, or in other words, a goddamn 110mm of armor angled at 55 degrees, making 190mm thick. Yeah, that sounds about fair. So this thing is practically impenetrable from the front by any tank with 200mm or lower penetration, which is the majority of the tanks that this thing will face. Or face hack to be exact. But it isn't always that you face this tank frontally. Let's say you are a light tank that has decided to circle this tank. So you fire and you dinged.
So I fired again. And I'm
dinged.
And then I
dinged
again.
And then I fired again. And then I
dinged.
and then I fired.
And then you fired and fired and then you dinged. You dinged.
Long story short,
There's a fucking bouncy castle on the side of this tank. Other than that, you can pretty much shoot everywhere. But if a tank only has got a thick-ass armor, it will be useless. So this thing obviously got a schlong that shoots Lenin's portraits out of it. But a piece of paper can't hurt that much. Well, if you think so, your HP is probably weren't lowered by fucking 390. Which, if you don't know, is the second highest alpha damage out of all tier 8 heavy tanks. Fun! Plus to this, IS-3 is a Russian tank, which means that it has nearly perfect accuracy thanks to the hand of Stalin. Oh, and I forgot to mention that IS means literally Joseph Stalin. So enjoy your pinpoint accuracy, bitch. Thankfully this gun has at least one weak point and it is low DPM, so hopefully you can use it in an actual game, unlike these idiots that you see currently on the screen. What the fuck are they even doing? Now, for a moment there, I thought that I am talking about a heavy tank, but then I realized Russia strong, Russia tough, Russia hard-hitting, and Russia going sonic, because this tank has the speed that can be comparable to the Pershing or the Panther II. Like, what the fuck is that? 1 second you see it on the spawn, and the moment you look away, brum brum motherfucker, and you see it amongst your medium tank line. The only thing that would still keep a heavy tank from entering a medium tank flank would be the poor camouflage. So, of course, that wargame made this tank the second self-as heavy tank on a tier 8. Right. Still, that doesn't mean that you should enter a medium tank plane because of a simple reason. We have a terrible view range of 350 meters, with which you will struggle to get to the top.
Drink a liter of vodka and then look out of the driver's hatch. You'll see My Little Ponies running around.
Now that we are done with the statistics of this tank, let's move on to how to play it, starting with the equipment. For the first load, I recommend going with the large caliber tank gun rammer. IS-3 doesn't have somehow high DPM, so I would say that this thing is an absolute must go on this tank, otherwise you probably won't get results such as this one. For the second load, I recommend either going with the vertical stabilizer Mark II or the enhanced gun laying drive. Both of them are rather solid choices, so pick depending on your playstyle. Vertical stabilizer decreases gun dispersion from moving, turning and so on, so if you like to move a lot, unlike a lot of people nowadays, take this thing with you. However, if you are one of those people that likes to build tents, enhanced gun laying drive is much more effective for you as it decreases aiming time. For the last load, I personally take the improved ventilation class 3, but if you don't have a fully trained crew, go for the coated optics. Once you reach 100% on your crew and mainly your commander, take the improved ventilation. It is much more well-rounded option. Now it's time for these motherfuckers, which are rather simple to explain. As on every single heavy tank, start with repairs, and once you reach 100%, retrain for 6 cents, off-road driving, snapshot, and maybe just maybe safe stowage. This tank seriously doesn't get ammo racked that easily. Then start again with repairs and then go for camouflage. Once you get your camo on 100%, swap for brothers in arms. Then you can do whatever the hell you want. Now to the gameplay. While this tank is marked as a heavy tank, which you mostly fight in towns, its superior mobility gives it the possibility to go to some medium tank spots and play more of a support medium heavy role, which is as well the thing that I recommend you to do. However, if you still insist on playing this tank as a regular brawling heavy tank in town, I've got to warn you that thanks to the earlier mentioned beak, you can keep your armor angled only towards one enemy at a time, so always try to engage lonely guys in their middle ages. But sometimes you will still end up in those gypsy fair plays, so to help you out at least a little bit, point your whole armor directly towards the tank with the hard DPM. This definitely won't save you, but at least you will be capable of taking somebody down with you. This beak is as well the reason why you should always engage romance with enemies by going surprise butt sex at them.
Surprise!
This way there will be only one enemy trying to face you, the one that you decided to unleash your load into. But what if there is not enough workers working on a field? Grab your sickle, grab your hammer and move there by yourself. Leave the town to the upper class, I mean professionals. Upper class? In Soviet Russia there is only middle class. Now to the translation. If there are no mediums working in the fields, go there by yourself and deal with those heretics. Trust me, you can do a lot more in a field than deliver, for example, which can make up for it by being far better in town. Lastly, no matter where you are, try to get into close range fight. Your gun is inaccurate as hell. Seriously, if Wargaming decided to increase its gun dispersion by 0.1, it would shoot itself from the inside instead of the enemy. So to kinda compensate for the IS-3's terrible gun handling, get as close to enemies as you possibly can and then try to snapshot them from behind the wall or suck them to death, leech style. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the video right about here, not because I got nothing else to talk about. I do, in fact, I had over 8 minutes of shit talk prepared. However, I'm kinda struggling with the edit, so to release this video before the 2-week mark, I had to shorten it. Hope you don't mind it, and mainly I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. If you did not, please give it a dislike because I wanna know whether or not I should improve. If you already gave it a dislike, comment down below about what you disliked about the video so I can change it in the future. Either way, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that I'll see you next time. Bye!